Alright, hello and welcome back to another video. This one's gonna be a bit different. I think I'm gonna start doing a pre-restoration or pre-refurb video as well as the breakdown video when it's done, just to kind of have documentation of what the truck looked like when it came to me. So I actually just got this Ax10 in the mail. I bought it off eBay. It's originally a ARTR version, hence the orange links and the rear lockouts, as you can see. This truck's in a pretty not great condition, but the bones are pretty solid, so it's definitely a good candidate for what I'm going to call a refurbishment. I actually have a nicer ARTR that I plan to restore, so this one I'm just going to clean up, fix, right all its wrongs, and probably just make it a fun little driver. And that'll probably be about it. It doesn't need to be perfect. It'd be nice to have one that's maybe slightly resto-modded and drivable, whereas the other one will probably be restoration, more shelf queen style truck. So yeah, let's have a quick look at this little guy. So for starters, we'll look at these heinous diff covers it has. They're beat up to the point where you can't even steer. But the strange thing is the hardware that goes into them. They've got some odd spacers and some bolts that are not the correct length. Definitely hodgepodged on there. Our steering servo plate has been chopped open and hodgepodged, as well as the front upper 3-link, probably in an effort to try to reduce play. As you can see, there is no shortage of play, but it is coming from other areas. And on the back, kind of the same thing. Very odd hardware choices. Unfortunately, this post is cut off, which kind of renders that housing a little bit useless. But even more special is this 3-link mount, and it's got both the upper links bolted to one point, and then to accommodate for the length difference, it's just been, as you can see in here, it's just been threaded out with nuts as spacers, and yeah, it's special, to say the least. Back to the front axle housing though, it also appears to be in pretty tough shape. These holes are super wallowed out, and whether the camera or not will pick it up, you can kind of see that they don't hold together tightly here or there. They're a bit cockeyed in there. I'm not sure what that's about. But on the positive note up front, if I can get it to steer, is it does actually have hot racing CVDs. So these are pretty decent. They've got a nice thick throat on them, so they're decently strong. And they can definitely give this truck more steering angle. So that's kind of a neat find. The only odd thing about them is the hex is very specific. You can see it's got like a keyed shaft. There's no through pin, so the hex has to fit the shaft perfectly, and then it just slides on. That's fine as long as you have them, and I do, so no big deal there. The other thing I believe to not be original to this truck is the shocks. These are the 4-inch or 100mm variety that would have come on the RTC. You can tell because A, they're shorter, and B, they've got the threaded bodies with the rubber isolated cap. So those are not the correct cap to run these standoffs, but actually having these 4-inch shocks versus the 100mm versus the 120s is actually kind of a nice benefit. So I'm not too mad about that. Underneath the truck, nothing crazy going on here. We're still original skid. Nothing's been inboarded. We've got some links in pretty bad shape. This one's, you can see light in between the hollow ball and the rod end. So got some rod ends to change. Of course, the links are scratched up. That's fine. We're going to run it. We're going to run it anyway, so they'll get scratched. Luckily, it does have all its orange bits, including the washers here, upper and lower links, with the exception of the steering drag length drag link and tie rod. I don't have those, or it doesn't have those in orange. I have a set of used ones, so luckily we will be able to correct that. It's got some cheapo, I believe, like Amazon drive shafts with these weird slidey bits in them. I don't know that we'll be keeping those. And it has I think it's an Arma ESC, but all it is just a rebadged like Axial AE5, I believe those were, or AE3 possibly. Probably ditch that as well. But I'm probably going to keep this 55 turn motor. These old 55 turns are totally serviceable for what they are. And yeah, as long as it runs decent, we'll keep that because the color theme kind of matches and it's period correct to the truck. So yeah, that's her. As you can see, it's a bit of a basket case. Oh, one thing I want to point out to you while we're looking at it right here. Notice that caster leaning forward as far as it is. Somebody put the C-hubs on wrong, so they're actually flipped the wrong way, so this thing would just be steering straight into the ground. You know, that's good for performance. But yeah, that's this truck. The next time you see it, we'll do a full breakdown of it in its refurbished / restored condition. So thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.